Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby and this right here is Honey, and we are Abby and Honey. I resell clothing as a side business and I sell them online on places like Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and then I make videos about reselling here on this channel. So thank you for stopping by if you are new here, and if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. I'm going to be honest, I took a extended break from YouTube, not really meaning to, and then I just never really wanted to make a video. I don't know, I took a long break, but I'm back and I'm filling in on things that I missed. So something I wanted to do whenever I started this channel was go over my sales every single month, and so I'm back filling the months that I missed while I was gone. So today we are going to talk about what sold for me back in April. So okay, so we're going to talk about my sales in April. Two things though. A, if I sound a little weird, I am getting over a cold. I'm almost over it, but summer colds are a thing right now and it has not been fun. And B, two parts to B, it is raining and storming, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. In addition to that, Honey is terrified of storms, so that is why she just whined. And why she will probably keep whining and pacing. So we will get through this though. I have some sales to show you, and actually some were my best sales that I've had. So they were my best sales at the time. Okay, anyway, let's get into it. I also did want to point out that this thing right here is the backdrop to my light box, so you can just ignore that. And I did scoot over so I can put my sales here on the screen for you. So just to give you a few overview of my sales, I had 18 sales in total in the month of April. I had 4 on Mercari, 7 on Poshmark, 7 on eBay. Just as a reminder, I'm going to be looking down at my laptop, but you will see the screen, you will see the sales right here, and I'm going to go in order of when they sold in the month of April. And then Honey, back up. And then at the end of the video, I will go over my total numbers for you. So without further ado, let's get started with the first sale. So the first sale was on Mercari. So Mercari did something kind of weird this month. My first 2 sales of the month were Mercari, and my last 2 sales of the month were Mercari. But on April 2nd, which is my cousin's birthday, April 2nd, I sold this blank NYC distressed crop corset top. It was new with tags, and I had it listed for $28. It sold for $23, again on Mercari. After fees and cost of goods, which was about $6, I had a profit of $13.73. Very cute. I figured it would sell fast. Oh, and I meant to tell you, it sold in 5 days, so good sale. My next sale on Mercari was this Draper James chambray ruffle shift dress. I bought it for $5.99. I had it listed for $30, and I sold it for $24 on Mercari. So after fees and cost of goods, my profit was $14.61. This only sold for $24 because it had a hole in the armpit. So don't be afraid to sell flat items. This would have sold for a lot more, probably closer to, I would guess, maybe $50 if it did not have a flaw, but still happy to sell it. It only took 8 days to sell. I didn't notice the flaw when I picked it up, so would I have picked it up if I noticed the flaw? Probably not, because this was my first time selling Draper James, but either way, I was very happy with that sale. Okay, my next sale was on eBay, and it was this pair of Old Navy cool tie-dye cinch ankle joggers. This was a full price sale. I had it listed for $20 and it sold for $20 plus shipping. And after fees and cost of goods and paying shipping with what they gave me, and my profit was $18.48 because my cost of goods was only $1.88 because this was picked up in a lot of clothing off of Facebook Marketplace. I showed it in one of my very first hauls that I'll link right here. So I was happy with that sale. I remember that sold the day, that and the Draper James dress both sold on April 6th, which is when I got back, like the day I got back from a trip. So I was very happy that I was still able to make sales. And it took, I have that it took 29 days to sell, but it had been relisted, so I've had it since the fall. So there you go. But still, very happy that a pair of Old Navy sweats sold for $20. You can't beat that. My next sale was on Poshmark, and it is one of my oldest pieces probably. It is a, what is that, Charter Club new with tag shirt. You can see that this picture is when I first started and it's not good at all. It ended up selling for $21 after fees, cost of goods, everything. My profit was $9.31. I gave a shipping discount and my cost of goods was $5.99. It took, so I never relisted this one, which is why it still had a bad picture. So it took 171 days to sell. Not picking that up again. Okay, happy to see it go. Okay, the next sale was on Poshmark, and it was this Anthropologie Maeve, I cannot say the style name, Eloisa silk watercolor dress. I believe I showed this in a haul, and I loved this dress. And something about this dress is when I was checking comps in the store, there was only a couple available and there was so many sold, so I knew that this would be a fast sale, and it was. So I picked this up for $12.43, so I paid up for it a tiny bit. I had it listed at $70 and I sold it for $56, so after shipping discount, cost of goods, and fees, my profit was $29.91, and it took 18 days to sell, which is a very good turnaround if you ask me. It had a lot of interest in it, so I knew that it was going to go fast, and I was very happy with it. I would pick that up 1,000 times again if I found it. Again, like so much interest on all platforms pretty much. So my next sale, I just talked about sort of in the last video I posted, a thrift with me and haul and what sold, because I took forever to upload. But it was this TSE collab with Saks Fifth Avenue, and it was a 100% cashmere cream cable knit sweater. Again, I wish I could have kept this. If it had been fall or winter when I picked this up, I would have kept it, but I figured I should sell it now. It was beautiful. I picked it up for about $6 and it only took 1 day to sell. Again, if you didn't watch that last video, I had so much interest on this sweater within the first 24 hours on eBay. Like so many watchers, which was brand new to me, and I got offers, and so I ended up selling it for, with shipping, $48.55, so I believe, yeah, it sold technically for $40. And after fees, cost of goods, and everything, my profit is $30.29. And again, this was in April, that sold on April 9th, but April 9th selling a sweater, I feel like that fast is pretty good, so very happy with that. TSE and Saks Fifth Avenue, I don't think do that well on its own. I think this did well because it was 100% cashmere and it was a very desirable style with the large turtleneck and the cable knit. So again, if I found that, I'd pick it up and keep it for myself. Okay, so my next sale was a full price sale, which is surprising when you look at the item. It was on April 10th, and it was a pair of black flowy Forever 21 shorts. Yeah, they sold full price for $15, and my cost of goods was only $1.44 because I believe I won this in some sort of like giveaway on Poshmark. I don't know. It came in a lot of clothing, and my total profit on this item was $10.56, which is fantastic for Forever 21. And they sold in 35 days, which is still pretty decent. So there you have it. My next sale was on eBay. If you didn't notice, my Poshmark and eBay sales were tied in April, which is unusual for me. So I was very excited. So the next sale on eBay was this Gap Kids blue and white zebra romper, which I thought was so cute. I picked it up for $1.17 at a like fill-a-bag thrift store. I had it listed for $15, and it sold, I don't remember the exact price, but with shipping it was $12.90, so I'm assuming it sold for around like $9 or so. After everything, I made a profit of $7.53, so pretty decent, and it took 27 days to sell. Why do I keep saying that? Okay, next sale was another one of those sweaters that I talked about in my last video. I found it the same day as the cashmere sweater, and I'm pretty sure the same person owned it because it was the same size. It was, do you hear the thunder? It was an alpaca and wool blend turtleneck sweater from the brand Passerico, which is made in Italy. I did not know the brand, but I looked it up, and I decided to take a chance on it. I had it listed for $60, which I marked it up a little bit higher than I probably would have just because the other sweater got so much attention. It sold for $40, and after everything I made a profit of $23.55, and it only took 4 days to sell. So I was having some great sweater sales in April. The next sale was on Poshmark, and it was this cardigan from the store Tilly's, which if you don't know what that is, it is like a PacSun basically. The brand was technically Full Tilt, but it's sold at Tilly's. This was new without tag. I bought this myself at a thrift store, and I just never wore it, so I put my cost of goods at $0 because I couldn't remember the price, but I bought it new with tags and took the tags off and hardly wore it. So I sold it for $16, and after everything I made $12.80, and it took 107 days to sell, so oops, I never relisted it. Okay, the next sale was on Poshmark again, and it was this Ann Taylor teal lace peplum business top. I was sort of surprised at how fast this sold, but I have it listed for $20, it sold for $15. My cost of good was $1.60 because I picked it up in a mystery box off of Poshmark from another reseller. I have a haul from that box that I'll link right here, and I made a profit of $8.90, which I feel like for Ann Taylor is decent, and it sold in 7 days, so I feel like that's pretty good. I was not expecting it to sell that fast because of the brand, and it's a slightly outdated style, but I do think people are going back to the office and they are finding, you know, they need clothes to wear. So this next sale was on eBay, and it is by the brand Bombas, which is a sock company that was featured on Shark Tank. But this was a shirt. It was a 100% Pima cotton, just basic V-neck. I picked it up for about $3, and it sold on eBay. The sale price plus the shipping price was $19.95, so I believe it sold for around $15. And my total profit after everything was $10.42. It took 33 days to sell, but it did take longer than that because that is the relisted date. Not terrible. Probably would not pick it up again, but okay. So my next sale on eBay was one of my best sales so far. It was this rare Patagonia, like Southwest fleece. I bought it for $30 off of Facebook Marketplace, and I had it listed for $150, and it ended up selling for, I don't remember, if I remember the actual sale price, I'll put it here, but with shipping and everything, it sold for $130.95. So my profit after fees and cost of goods was $73.70. Honey's very upset that I'm not giving her attention. My total profit on this Patagonia was $73.78, and it took 34 days to sell, and I was so happy with that. I loved this thing, and yeah, loved it. Okay, so the next sale was on Poshmark, and it was this Free People embellished military jacket. I bought this for $21.99 off of Mercari, and I had it listed, I want to say 90 and then like 81 or something like that. I sold it for $55. So after everything, my profit was $22.01. So I just about doubled my money, which is fine with me. It took 79 days to sell. I would pick this up if I found it in a thrift store for a good price, but I probably wouldn't source it online for that price, but still happy it sold and I made money on it. My next sale was on eBay, and it was a Bolo brand. It was this Smart Wool green zip-up hoodie. I bought this at, what is that, a Style Encore buy sell trade store, and it only took a day to sell. I listed it for $70. It sold for $49. And so after everything, my profit was $22.41, which I was very happy with. I was afraid that I paid too much for this item, but once I got that offer, I realized I'd be about doubling my money, which I was fine with because it was a fast flip. So pick up Smart Wool if you ever find it. I was so excited when I found it. My next sale on eBay was, again, one of my best sales I've ever had. Again, I had this in a video, and it was this Rachel Comey new with tag black maxi pleated dress. So it was new with tag, but there was a couple spots on like the sleeve. So if it didn't have those spots, I probably could have gotten more, but it sold for, I had it listed for $200 and it sold for $135. And so after, and I only paid about $12 for it, so after everything, my profit was $111.63. At the time, this was my highest profit on a single item, and I was so excited. I'm pretty sure this sold to somebody with no feedback, so I was kind of nervous, but it all ended up well, and it only took 36 days to sell, which at the time I was a little nervous that it was going to take longer to sell, because this was in April, people were just starting to have events, and this was kind of a fancy dress. So it was also the only black version of this dress on the internet that I could find. I could only find like an orange version, so that's why I priced it at $200. Again, I probably could have gotten more without those spots, but again, you can sell flawed items, especially when it's good brands, so that was exciting. And then this next thing was on Mercari, and it was just this pair of airy red workout leggings. Had it listed for $25, it sold for $17. After cost of goods and everything, I made a profit of $10.52, and it took 40 days to sell. My last pair of airy leggings only took like a day, so surprised this took more than a month, but either way, fine with that. And then my last sale in April was sort of exciting, but also sort of sad because I really messed up. So it was this horse fleece jacket that again I showed in a haul, and I was obsessed with this thing. So I bought it for about $10. It sold in a day on Mercari, and I had it listed for $60, and I believe the person bought it for, I want to say $50, or no, bought it for $45. However, I messed up and I put in the wrong weight, and it weighed way more than I originally inputted, and so I didn't know what to do because I think I was gonna have to switch carriers. And so I messaged the buyer, explained, I apologized, and I said I would cancel and then adjust the shipping, and he could offer me lower, and then he could buy it again. So he ended up canceling, so it wouldn't hurt my account. He was a reseller. I looked at his account, so I love it when that happens. He ended up canceling. I adjusted it, and I ended up giving him free shipping because like it was going to be an astronomical difference between what he was going to pay versus what he should have paid through Mercari. So I decided to just offer free shipping. Excuse me. I decided to offer free shipping, and I would just pay for it through Pirate Ship. So that, and he ended up offering me the same price because I gave him free shipping. So it did sell for $45, and it did sell in a day, but after I paid for shipping, which was $16.78, I only ended up with a profit of $12.12, which I would have ended up with a much higher profit if I didn't mess that up. So the moral of the story is to weigh your items correctly. But I was obsessed with this jacket. It didn't even have a brand, so I was very happy that it sold in a day. So those were all of my sales in the month of April. At the time, it was my best month. So yeah, I was very excited. Again, I sold a total of 18 items. So let's go over my final numbers. So I had a total gross sales price of $765 and a penny. I paid $76.15 in shipping. I had a total of $147.43 in cost of goods. Fees, I ended up paying $98.04. And after everything, I ended up with a profit of $442.56. Now some averages for you. My average cost of good in April was $8.19. My average sales price was $42.50, which is fantastic. My average profit per item was $24.59. So that's pretty good. I was very happy with the month of April, and yeah, I was so excited about Patagonia and the Rachel Comey dress, so that really made my month amazing. And I did take a trip in the month of April, so I was still happy to be able to have a great month at the time. So anyway, that was my April sales. I'm so sorry this is delayed, but like I said, I want to be able to track my progress in videos of what sells each month. So thank you for watching if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. Thank you for putting up with my voice, my dog, and the rain, if you can hear it, and my weird lighting and setup. So I'm really struggling, but again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon for my May sales video. Bye!